Hi everyone, I'm Holly. As Jen has said, I wrote the opera you're about to hear, A Tour with Wally Waterfront. This opera takes you on a tour of downtown Halifax. The person who's giving the tour is a young person from Halifax who's sort of been tasked with the summer job of donning the persona of the charismatic, seafaring tour guide Wally Waterfront. And so we start there, but as the opera progresses, we start to see cracks into the persona and the real sort of inner workings of this young person living through the reality of what Halifax is facing right now starts to come through by the end. So yeah, I have a couple thank yous. I have to thank the Canada Council for helping me pay for this trip home, workshop. And I have to thank Shaper by the Sea for getting me a really rad costume. I gotta thank Lynette for putting amazing work into this opera. But mostly I have to thank Böðvar for his fantastic job at collaborating with me on this character. He's bringing it to life in ways I didn't even know were possible. And so I really hope you enjoy A Tour with Wally Waterfront.
Ahoy there! Welcome to Halifax, Nova Scotia. You're not from around here, are you? You're looking for a tour? A charismatic local to show you around, to give you the inside scoop? Well, look no further. I have the best tour in town. In fact, the most authentic experience in the entire East Coast. Or my name ain't Wally Waterfront. When you travel far away from your sweet abode, and adventures await, and the choices explode, you need someone with the staff to point your way through the wide open seas of the city's buffet. To see a brand new place beyond the fluff, find all the cool spots with authentic stuff. A very special guide is what you'll need, one with oodles of wit and courage and speed. We'll cruise the town for sights untold, the best around to be so bold. A nautical spectacle, a real stunt, a tour with Wally Waterfront. A nautical spectacle, a real stunt, a tour with Wally Waterfront. Pretty impressive, oh, I know. A green portrait or two of the Queen is a small price to pay for such a thing, don't you think? Well, don't worry. All major credit cards and American cash will be accepted. Behold, north ho, our quest brings us to Cottage Street. It boasts two artisanal donut shops, a rock climbing cafe, and condos as far as the eye can see. One side street, avoided for its criminal activity. Gottingen Street is now a bustling extension of historic downtown. Let me tell you a tale of this old road. The story you won't find on the Nova Scotia tourism website. Cottage on Street has Uniac Square. We told them pack up, you're gonna live there. It's cheap public housing if you would just try it, and we'll see if they can just survive it. And we'll bring in extra cops, the fencing's free. It keeps them from leaving. We'll claim it's for their safety. It's a scam just between you and me. Erect condos, raise the rent. What a profitable turn of events. The rich want to live here, and we just supply it when the poor make a home gentrify it. Then the people go grassroots. Their social justice movement starts gaining recruits when they lift up their signs and their voices defy it. When the poor speak the truth, just deny it. And we'll bring in extra cops to destroy what's left, evict them violently. We'll claim it for their safety. It's a scam just between you and me. If the people in your town start making real change and it's getting you down, there's a quick method if you just apply it. When the poor make a home, gentrify it. And there's nothing they can do. Just gentrify it. There were no seafaring pirates in that there tale. Only ones in suits and Teslas. You want the truth, authenticity, and I am a guide of my word. I have a reputation to uphold, after all. Oh, look alive, people, our final stop. Here we are, the park. Seems pretty unassuming at first. Yeah, you see those tents and plywood shelters? Well, that is where the locals live. Some of them, anyways. More each day. It's an up-and-coming neighborhood. Come, let me introduce you to them. First there's Ivy with a wit as sharp as steel forged. She found her truth and shone so bright, yet a kin deemed her deformed. Now she lives out here amid her newfound family. She'll take you down or pump you up with words spun valiantly. In a world so cold, denied humanity, they live among the tents and sky and keep good company. When they're pushed down, they lift each other high. When greed spreads lies across the land, they fight here side by side. Over there is a kind old soul, Suzanne, who all adore. She comes around with food and drink and socks and warmth and more. And still she fights for her only son, caught with a trace of pot. It's legal now, but his midnight hue means prison was his lot. In a world so cold, denied humanity, they live among the tents and sky and keep good company. When they're pushed down, they lift each other high. When greed spreads lies across the land, they fight here side by side. This tent belongs to Sam, a lad who did not know the truth. He thought the world would keep him safe, the arrogance of youth. When he lost his job, his house, he screamed, but I've done nothing wrong. He moved out here and learned the truth, the meaning of this song. The truth is that I thought this world was right and just and free, and the fault of someone landing here was theirs to some degree. Warnings fell on tone-deaf ears, it couldn't be that bad. Now with the view from way down here, I can see how I was had in a world so cold, denied humanity. We live among the tents and sky and keep good company. When we're pushed down, we lift each other high. When greed spreads lies across the land, we fight here side by side. We won't be done our fight until no one is tossed aside. Thus ends our tour of the sea-bound coast. But before you feel a right to boast and think, of course, that will never be me, heed my final plea. Think on the lies that benefit few and keep the rest in silence. Observe the thoughts that center you and tricked you to compliance. Listen to folk who don't look like you until you have understood. We need support and empathy to fight for what is good. Today we cruise the town for sights untold, for hidden gems amongst the mold. The truth of greed we did confront, a tour with Sam, the unhoused runt.